Hi, I'm Warren Eley with Eley Hose Reels, and I'm going to demonstrate the assembly procedure for our garden hose reels. Now, every hose reel comes with a very detailed step-by-step instruction manual. Don't be intimidated by the number of pages or the number of steps. The assembly process really isn't that bad. It doesn't matter if you're mechanically inclined or not, you'll be able to put this hose reel together. Having said that, let's get started. We're going to assemble the model 1043, the two-wheel cart portable garden hose reel. We have a separate video which goes through the step-by-step process on doing this, but we thought it might be helpful just to show you the whole process from start to finish and kind of show you what's involved in putting one together. So we'll even get our little timer going here so we can see how long it's going to take us. So let's get started. First thing I want to do is have the label pointing up. Grab one end of it. All right. And then there's a tray in here. You want to kind of just grab that, slide it out. Okay. Take the sleeve off. And then what I like to do is just lay out all the pieces on the table here, get them all laid out. Instruction manual. Okay, so there we go. Now, if you go into the owner's manual, first thing you do is put these two flange pieces together. Just take the back flange that has the nuts pre-installed. Take the front flange, just set it on top, line up the holes, and then the three screws to put them together are inside this little clamshell. As is the wrench to put them together, tighten them together. So just get those started. Don't tighten them down until you get all three started. And since it's kind of down in there, putting them on this wrench first and just kind of guiding it down in sometimes helps make the process better. So now once you get them all started, just go ahead and tighten them all down firmly. Okay, this is step one in the manual. And it doesn't matter which hole you line it up with. Okay, so the next step is to install the crank handle. So you take the little screw off the end. If it's a little tight, you might have to use the wrench to loosen it. Take it out. It goes down into this there. Feed the screw from below. There we go. Take your wrench and tighten that down firmly. Okay, so we got that done. We're going to set that off to the side for now. Now, that was step 2, 3. Step 4 is remove the screw from the tire spindle. You got two tire spindles, so we'll take those apart. And you might want to be careful. There's a little bit of grease on here. So if you're doing this on your carpet or some other place, you might want to be careful. I like doing it on a table like this. It just makes things a little bit easier to access. So with that apart, with the spindle goes through the concave side of the tire. Okay? And then what we're going to do is slide it inside the big hole on one of the legs. Alright, doesn't matter what leg you grab. And when we go in there, the tapered side wants to be horizontal. Okay? So what I found a little trick on putting this together is set the leg down on the table like this, and then that makes it a little easier to eyeball and see the screw and the spindle. Okay, so once you get that going, you can go ahead and tighten that down firmly. Okay. So there's one. Well, what you want to do is look down there and make sure that the wedge is horizontal, not vertical. That's going to keep that from spinning off. Okay. So now let's do the same thing with the other tire. Okay. So I got it started. I'm going to look down the tube to make sure the wedge is horizontal, and then tighten it down. All right. So next thing is to remove these two screws from each leg. Okay. All right, now we take the front bumper, slide it into each leg. Boom, just like that. Take the screw that we just removed, line up the hole. Get the nut started, but do not tighten it down. So, we've got that. Now the next thing, move this on the side here. Next thing is to attach the frame Y to this frame. And first thing we got to do is take these clamps off. Okay. So the easy way to do that, there's a nylon insert nut on each one of these, and you're not going to be able to just take it off with your finger. So get the nylon insert nut inside the pocket of that clamp, hold it in there, and then use your wrench to loosen it, and that'll allow you to take it apart. So that's the handle clamp for holding these handles on, and then we got to take the leg clamps off. Same thing. Use the pocket on the clamp to hold the nut while you loosen it with the wrench. Remove those, set them off to the side. That one didn't need to be loosened very much. Okay. So now we're ready to attach the frame Y to the legs. Now it's important that you put it on in this fashion. It can be attached like this, and that would be wrong. Okay, you want the axle pointing straight out, not pointing up and back. Okay, so you get that on there. Grab one of the leg clamps that you just removed with the tapered end going up. Put it on there. Grab the screw. There we go. Through the hole. With the nut in the pocket. Get that lined up. Just get it started. Do not tighten it all the way down. You want to get this other one in there. Okay. Now with those in place, you can go ahead and tighten down all these nuts.
2 leg clamps. And the 2 screws holding the front bumper on. Okay. Now, next step is put the handles on. Yep. And these are interchangeable. Just make sure that they are pointing out. First thing you want to do is feed the clamp through one handle. Put that handle on there. Take the other handle, feed it on. Make sure you hold that nut in that pocket with your finger. You should be good to go. Tighten it down firmly. Okay, now we're ready to feed the inlet hose through the axle. Just get it started part of the way through. Slide the reel assembly onto the axle. Make sure you get it all the way on. Then take the hose strap assembly. Right in there. Like that. And then the cam lever brake assembly holds it in place. Line up the notch. Feeds it right on. Take your gooseneck swivel. You can turn this so that the gooseneck doesn't hit this flange. Go ahead and screw that on. Tighten it down firmly if you want to get a pair of pliers to make sure you get it, because that's just where a lot of leaks start, because this gets loosened and people don't tighten that firmly. But then you just go ahead and slide that back on. And then tighten the lock nut onto the axle. That holds everything together. And you're done. Now you're ready to put your hose on there, and you're in business. That took 14 minutes, just under 15 minutes.
Well, there you go. Your hose reel assembly and installation are now complete. If you need any assistance or have any questions, you can visit our website 24/7 or reach out to our customer support team during our regular business hours. Thanks again for your purchase of Eley products. We hope you enjoy them for many years to come.